GST and margin scheme. Now, if you are from Australia, let me just first collapse this section so that nobody gets confused. This is the pre-populated version, and this is your version that it'll look like before you've actually updated your sheet in your add-on. So we've collapsed that. Now, in your dashboard, everything, your margin scheme and all those details actually work off this section. And all you have to do is specify what that is. And if you select monthly or quarterly, it doesn't really have an impact on the thing, on the actual calculation, but it'll show you how you can actually allocate which month those costs are going to be. It just shows you. It just shows you the input credits of what month you'll actually be claiming them. So if I was to go into this sheet and go back into, so here it's telling me that whatever my GST that I actually incur as a liability, or whatever my input tax credits are, I'm actually going to carry that over to the next month, and so on. But it has no impact because all calculations are actually done ex GST. It just shows you that based on the cost that you have allocated and the input credits that you are actually going to claim throughout your construction and your project, that's what it'll look like. If you look at your GST on your sales, it'll tell you this is when that GST would be due. And when you collect the net GST liability, it basically takes your input tax credits and figures out your, if you do them quarterly or monthly, that's what they are. And if you select, if you go onto your dashboard and over here you select quarterly, all that does is in your budget, it'll just show you that for the first 3 quarters they get allocated over here. So that means that money will come back to you and get added to the cash flow. But since I have done all calculations ex GST, this is only for you to look at them and see what the amount of money that you'll be getting back every quarter or every month based on the details that you have selected. And in here you've got all your GST allocation, and you can go back all the way up and look at all the costs, all the income that you have actually forecasted for the project, and the GST is getting allocated at the bottom. Once that GST is done, it just shows you what that GST is going to be throughout the course of your project, and that's all there is to it. All you have to do is actually just collapse that thing. It has no impact. I do use it to calculate the GST input tax credits and then figure out what I need to pay in the development summary. But it's just there for you to see what it's all about.